Good day everyone, I am Romik Tambuong, just call me Sir Nick, and I am your teacher in mathematics. Today we are going to discuss another important topic in mathematics that will help you easily understand some topics in our future discussion. And hopefully it will help you to solve real life problem involving mathematical concept. Okay, as we proceed, let us answer the following problems that will hopefully help us to set our minds in our today's discussion. For the number 1 problem, 14 divided by 2 is equal to 7. Very good. 35 divided by 5 is equal to 7 also. 70 divided by 10 is equal to 7. 22 divided by 2 is equal to 11. That's right. 20 divided by 5 is equal to 4. 90 divided by 10 is equal to 9. 40 divided by 2 is equal to 20. 100 divided by 10 is equal to 10. 55 divided by 5 is equal to 11. And the last one is 52 divided by 2 is equal to, that's right, 26. Okay, before we move on to our main topic, let us have a short review to one of the lessons that probably you have encountered when you were in grade 4, which is about multiple. What do you mean by multiple? Can you still recall? Okay, very good. When you say multiple, it is the product of a number when multiplied to another number. Meaning to say, you are going to multiply the given number to another number to get the multiple of the given number, because that's the meaning of the word the product of a number, or the answer to multiplication. Like for example in this problem, what is the first 5 multiples of 2? To get the first 5 multiples of 2, meaning we are going to multiply 2 to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the answers are 2 times 1 equals 2, 2 times 3 equals 4, very good, 2 times 3 is equal to 6, 2 times 4 is equal to 8, and 2 times 5 is equal to 10. So that's are the first 5 multiples of 2. But the simple way to get the consecutive multiples or ang magkakasunod-sunod na multiples of a number is through what? That's right, the skip counting of a number. For example, when you skip count by 2, you will also get the same result or answer, which is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. So those are ways to get multiples of number. You're going to multiply, or you can also do skip counting. Well, anyway, they are just the same thing. Next, what are the first 5 multiples of 5? That's right, the first 5 multiples of 5 are 5, 10, 15, okay, 20, and 25. What about this one? What are the first 5 multiples of 10? That's right, the first 5 multiples of 10 are 10, okay, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Let us now proceed to our main topic, which is about divisibility rule for 2, 5, and 10. Let us first define divisibility. What is divisibility? What does it mean? Okay, when you say divisibility, it refers to a number's quality of being divided by another number without remainder or excess. Or we can say that a number is divisible by another number when there is no remainder to their quotient or answer. For example, is 10 divisible by 2? Or can we divide 10 by 2 without remainder? Yes or no? Very good. The answer is yes, because 10 divided by 2 is exactly equal to 5. Next question, is 13 divisible by 2? Or can you divide 13 by 2 without remainder? Yes or no? Excellent. The answer is no, because 13 divided by 2 is equal to 6 remainder 1. Okay, very good. What about this one? Is 40 divisible by 5? Or can you divide 40 by 5 without remainder? Yes or no? Excellent. The answer is yes, because 40 divided by 5 is exactly equal to 8. Next, is 28 divisible by 5? Or can you divide 28 by 5 without remainder? Yes or no? Excellent. The answer is no, because 28 divided by 5 is equal to 5 remainder 3. Very good. What about this one? Is 70 divisible by 10? Or can you divide 70 by 10 without remainder? Yes or no? Superb. The answer is yes, because 70 divided by 10 is exactly equal to 7. Next, is 45 divisible by 10? Or can you divide 45 by 10 without remainder? Yes or no? Brilliant. The answer is no, because 45 divided by 10 is equal to 4 remainder 5. Okay, it is quite easy to identify whether the given number is divisible by 2, 5, or 10, especially when it is simple number or it is comprises of only 1 or 2 digits. But what if we encounter larger numbers comprises of 3 or more digits? Like for example, how can we identify if these numbers are divisible by 10, 5, or 2? What should we do? That's the reason why we will discuss divisibility rules for 2, 5, and 10 so that we can easily answer those problems. So, at the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify numbers that are divisible by 2, 5, or 10. And the next one is you are going to use divisibility rules for 2, 5, and 10 to solve word problem that sometimes probably we encounter in real life situation. And the third one is you are going to evaluate whether the given number is divisible by 2, 5, or 10. Meaning to say you are going to analyze and explain the reason why the number is divisible by 2, 5, or 10. Okay, are you ready? Now, let's talk about divisibility rules for 2. Okay, for the divisibility rule for 2, it is stated that a number is divisible by 2 if the number is even number. What do you mean by even number? Okay, very good. Even numbers are numbers that ends with 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. Meaning to say, we will just focus on the last digit of the number to identify if the given number is divisible by 2. For example, okay, here is the directions. Put a check inside the respective box if the given number is divisible by 2. Is 90 divisible by 2? Very good. Yes. So let us put check inside the box. Because it ends in 0, or because the 90, or because 90 is an even number. Next, is 75 divisible by 2? The answer is no, because it ends in 5, or because 75 is not an even number, but it is odd number. So there is no need to put anything inside the box. Next, is 58 divisible by 2? Very good. Yes. Is 130 divisible by 2? Okay, very good, because it ends in 0. Is 249 divisible by 2? Of course not. Is 1110 divisible by 2? Yes. Is 43 divisible by 2? Of course not. Is 352 divisible by 2? Okay, very good. Yes. Okay, let's move on to the divisibility rules for 5. Okay, It is stated that a number is divisible by 5 if the number ends with 0 or 5. It means we are also going to focus on its last digit if it ends with 0 or 5. So, is 90 divisible by 5? Very good, yes, because it ends in 0. Is 75 divisible by 5? Very good, yes, because it ends with 5. Next, is 58 divisible by 5? Okay, very good. No. Is 130 divisible by 5? Of course, yes. Is 249 divisible by 5? Of course not. Is 1110 divisible by 5? Very good, yes. Is 43 divisible by 5? Of course not. Is 352 divisible by 5? Of course not. Okay, let's move on to the divisibility rules for 10. Okay, a number is divisible by 10 if the number ends with 0. It means if the number ends with another number rather than 0, it is not divisible by 10. So, is 90 divisible by 10? Yes, because it ends in 0. Is 75 divisible by 10? Of course not, because it does not end with 0. Is 58 divisible by 10? Of course not. Is 130 divisible by 10? Of course yes. Is 249 divisible by 10? Of course not. Is 1110 divisible by 10? Yes, of course. Is 43 divisible by 10? Of course not. Is 352 divisible by 10? Of course, no. As you can see, there are numbers that are divisible by 10 that are also divisible by 5 and 2. But there are also numbers that are divisible by 5 but not divisible by 10 or 2, and divisible by 2 but not divisible by 10 or 5. And there are also numbers that are not divisible by 2, 5, or 10. Let's take a look to the examples that we have earlier. As you can see, all the numbers that are divisible by 10 are also divisible by 5 and 2. So if the number ends with 0, meaning to say it is divisible by 10, 5, and 2. For example, 90 and 130. The number that ends with 5 is only divisible by 5 but not divisible by 10 and 2. For example, 75. And there are also numbers that are not divisible by 2, 5, or 10, especially those numbers that ends with 9, 7, 3, and 1. Examples are 249 and 43. To summarize this lesson, okay, divisibility means, okay, it refers to a number's quality of being divided by another number without remainder or excess. Now, to find out whether the number is divisible by 2, 5, or 10, we follow these rules. For the divisibility rule for 2, a number is divisible by 2 if the number is even number or if it ends with 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. Now, for the divisibility rule for 5, a number is divisible by 5 if the number ends with 0 or 5. And for the divisibility rule for 10, the number is divisible by 10 if the number ends with 0. Okay. So now for your next activity, you're going to put a check inside the respective box if the given number is divisible by 10, 5, or 2. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes to answer this activity. So get your notebook and answer the given problem. Okay, here is the answer key. But please be honest in checking your own work. For your next activity, you are going to answer some word problems, since that is one of our objectives in this lesson. But let me discuss to you the steps or procedure on how you can get the correct answer in each given problem. In example problem, around 145 pupils were enrolled in grade 5. If they will be distributed in 5 sections, will there be an equal number of pupils in each section? Explain your answer. So, to get the correct answer, here are the steps to follow. First, you have to know what is asked in the problem or the questions in the given word problem. Second, you're going to find what is or are given facts in a given word problem that can be useful to find the answer. The third one is you're going to find out what divisibility rule will be applied, whether divisibility rules for 2, 5, or 10. And lastly, answer the problem or the questions correctly. For example, in this word problem, what is asked in the problem? Or the questions to be answered? That's right. The questions are, will there be an equal number of pupils in each section? Explain your answer. Next, what is or are given facts? Okay, very good. The given facts are, there are around 145 pupils were enrolled in grade 5 and they will be distributed in 5 sections. You can make illustrations so that it will give you a hint or a clue on how to use those given facts in order for you to find the answer. Next, what divisibility rule will be applied? Excellent. The divisibility rule will be applied is the divisibility rule of or for 5. The last one is, what is the answer to the problem? Okay, try to solve. Okay. The answer is yes, because the divisibility rule of 5 states that a number is divisible by 5 if the number ends with 0 or 5. Since 145 ends with 5, therefore it means that there will be an equal number of students in each section if the 145 pupils will be distributed equally into 5 sections. Okay, here are the word problems that you need to solve. Read and understand the problems for you to get the correct answer. Okay, the answer of this problem will be discussed to our next video lesson. So, to be updated for our future video or discussion, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That's all for today. Thank you and God bless.